in this section, I'm going to take you through some of the details of 6 ceiling 4 closing and why we do certain things. So, and try to put in the sort of the body mechanics, the Chan Su Jin, the silk reeling into the form, and give the form some purpose, some meaning, so you get the real benefits of good Chen Tai Chi practice and build Kung Fu for health and for health. Okay, so so here, okay, so when your weight is on the right, some people will just turn and press before they go down. So we or in my particular lineage, or the way I was taught, we don't just turn and press. So in the lineage that I'm under, lots of people will do this, and it's about your interpretation and what you're trying to train in the form. So, and also how we're trying to express the principles as well. So one of the principles is before you go one way, you go the other way. And also this, for the martial purposes, you imagine. So when we're here, we kind of yield in and press. So you imagine because we do a lot of push hands in my training and lots of sort of grappling type stuff and clinching type work. So you're being pushed and pulled, and for competition push hands and basic sort of Chen Tai Chi push hands training, it's like 2 forces coming in, and sometimes it's like it's very small, subtle movements that you're trying to do. And so we kind of yield and give the strength back. We yield and we give the strength back. We absorb and give the strength back. We absorb and give the strength back. And we train this through the form. The form builds this skill if you haven't got anyone to practice. So obviously we practice with people, but also we use the form to practice these drills, not just empty movements. Yeah. So how we normally practice it with a person, and so to kind of build the strength, we get someone to place their hands in different positions. You can kind of pick. So usually I'll maybe, to start with, to learn the skill, get them to put their hands on your chest, your shoulder. You get them to push you, not like this, so you go it's like one smooth kind of controlled push. Yeah, and enough. So my hands will be either one on top, one underneath, one of the arms, or both underneath, kind of wedged. And I'm usually in contact with his arms with some part of my arm, my forearm. My palms might be on the body. Bit difficult to demonstrate when there's no one here, but I'll try to verbally try to explain it as best I can. And as they push, I do need to resist a bit, because in real training, this will make them push harder or more force, or make them change, and you can capitalize off that. That's the idea. And also, you don't want to just yield straight away, because you'll just get taken, especially if they're really good and they know what they're doing. So you absorb, use your structure. And here, quite subtly, I yield. I might just use my body, and then I relax my chest, I drop, I pong or ji, squeeze out, I expand outwards, and the force through their arm is dispersed, and also some of that force will go back into them. So hopefully I'll be able to film an application section for this Enter the Lao Jia course, and then I will show this in that as well. So to train this, what we do is we keep the weight on the right, we don't shift. You can, sometimes we teach people to do it this way. If you do it this way, you still got to connect to the floor. But what we do is we try to use the body. So we've got good structure. I use my body. I kind of withdraw in. So if you look, my arms. So okay, I'll just do it this way. Boom. You see they draw in. I'm coming in. And then I press out. And I'm not necessarily using my palms for the strength like when we first learn. It's not like really a press, it's like a squeeze, and the strength is coming out through the arms. So I've got to come in, so we can practice the arms just like this. So in, out, in, out, in, out. So we'll do this at a few different angles. Don't worry about the legs, and just turn. So in, out, in, out. I'll do it this way. Okay, so the next thing what we want to do when we do this is drop your weight. So not physically squatting down at this point. It's like you drop as I'm here, I draw, and as I expand, I drop slightly. I drop my weight. You want to drop from your center, your dantian. So it's like dropping something in some water, and the water level rises, the pressure rises. The same idea. You want to have this internal feeling as you drop. The strength, the energy expands out, rises. So don't worry about your legs too much, just you're here. Drop that weight. Drop that weight. Drop that weight and have this expanding feeling. So I'll do it going this way a few times. So, dong. Just drop that weight. Try to feel the connection to the floor. So remember, the floor is really important. You've got to root, connect to the floor. The strength is also coming as you sink from the floor as well. And then I'll do it this way. Remember, drop your center, connect to the floor. Don't just drop, you've got to feel your root to the floor. And the next thing is you slightly empty your chest, close your chest, slightly relax your chest. Yeah, so when we're in a wider stance, it's not as big, but we do need to train it big to get the feeling. So when I'm here, I'm using the floor as I drop, and my arms, I relax my chest. Can you see this is like pushing my arms out, boom, or making this nice concave structure. So I relax, boom, and my chest empties, and that helps with dropping the weight. So focus on keeping you can use your legs, we'll do in the form, will come in a minute, we'll do it together. So relax, in, and drop and empty your chest, and have this feeling of expanding. So you've got to really connect to the floor. So go a few times. So we're here, so relax. So again, so in, relax. So the reason I'm doing it with my legs not in the proper stances, so I can focus on the upper body, and then we can put it together. So I don't want to tire or do lots of things straight away. So I'll go this way a few times. So in, turn and relax. So remember, connect to the floor as you drop, turn in and relax. Again, turn in and relax, expanding out, remember the chest. So I'll do it this way. So in, out, in, out. Okay, so let's add this in to the movement. So we'll go all the way through 6 sealing, 4 closing with this intent at the beginning. So we'll do it a few times. So I'll do it this way. So in, drop the center, chest relaxes, expand out, then pull down. We shift, turn, shift, in, onto your toes. So this time I'll go with my back to you. So we turn and press. So remember, I come in, my body, I'm using my body, I'm imagining that I'm having to yield a bit. So in, and I drop, press, remember the chest, then down, shift, turn, shift, in. And I'll do it one more time this way, and then we'll look at the next thing. So relax, down, turn, and in. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Tai Chi Space.